On the eve of the G7 summit, Reuters quoted a U.S. official as saying that G7 leaders will discuss concerns about China's use of economic coercion in its international behavior in a joint statement next week. This remark immediately caused an uproar in the international public opinion. As one of the important countries in global development, China always opposes economic coercion by other countries. Such irresponsible remarks by the Group of Seven, which is famous for its clique, will not only smear China and play up the China threat theory, but also bring even greater chaos to the world. By pointing the finger at China, the G7 is seeking reassurance. In recent years, the influence of the Group of Seven, known as the Rich Man's Club, has been on the wane, so much so that countries around the world continue to question whether the Group of Seven even exists. On May the 14th, Japanese people held rallies and carried placards to protest against the G7 summit in Hiroshima. It is obvious that the G7 summit is nothing but a small circle interest group under the cloak of maintaining international order. When it comes to economic coercion, the United States is the real master, especially of its allies. Other G7 countries, including Japan, the host of the summit, are effectively being bullied and economically coerced by the U.S. Well-known U.S. allies, including Toshiba of Japan, Siemens of Germany and Alstom of France, have suffered or are suffering from U.S. repression. At the same time, the United States is also spying on its allies to use economic sanctions and diplomatic pressure as hegemonic acts. In the past 2 decades, the United States has increased its foreign sanctions by 933%, with nearly half of them targeting its allies. Led by the United States, today's G7 is going to the extreme, the opposite of world fairness and justice, and the biggest destroyer of the current world order.